Ty Law is brought to you by Corvus Vodka, the official vodka of Pro Football Hall of Famer Ty Law, by 110 Grill, modern American cuisine, and a top allergy-friendly restaurant, by findmassmoney.gov, and by Drains by James, Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. They give a poop about your pipes, and Ty Law joins us this morning on the Harbor One hotline. Hey, Ty Law.
Hey, what's going on? Good morning, guys.
How you doing?
Man, hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm excited about tonight, man. We're going to go out and bowl and have us a good time. But before we go anywhere, could we please talk about how damn good them Celtics look? 155?
Yeah, they do look really good. They do look really
eight
good.
eight people in double figures. And everybody scored. I think, has there ever been a game where everybody, even the guys at the end of the bench, at least got a point?
Yeah, I mean, Wiggy loves this team.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been talking about it.
You got the MVP on this team. That's why Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Wiggy, but I mean, everybody got a point. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. That's when you know you're doing something right, when everybody get a little bit of action.
Let me ask you about this notion that has come up that Bill Belichick might be traded. In this case, apparently Mike Florio is hearing the whispers around the league that it would be the Washington Commanders. Can you envision a time when Bill Belichick is traded by the New England Patriots?
No. That's not going to happen. I mean, has a coach ever been traded in the history of the game? And you think it goes, when?
Bill was traded. There have been 8 NFL coaches that have been traded.
Well, he didn't start the season. It wasn't like in mid-season. He's not a player. Come on, man. That's why they got interim stuff. And then so you're going to go down there and bring somebody else down with a whole new coaching philosophy, no matter what their background is, don't know the player's worth a damn, and you expect to win and turn it around? That don't make sense. I mean, you can do that plug and play with players, but you can't kind of plug and play with a whole new head coach. Unless that's why it's an interim head coach. They usually hire somebody within the staff, even though you're getting your ass kicked. Example, Josh McDaniels. They hire somebody within the staff because they know the players. You can't bring somebody totally outsider. No, that's not going to happen, especially not with Bill Belichick. He ain't going to have that. He'll walk away before he let that happen.
Or could you see them, let's say, after the season, Washington fires their coach, Ron Rivera, down there, and could you see Robert Kraft potentially entertaining trading Bill in the offseason to Washington?
It ain't about whether Mr. Kraft is going to entertain trading Bill. Bill is going to write his own ticket. He's at that position now where he don't have to coach. So if he wants to look at that as an option and he still wants to coach and Mr. Kraft wants to do so, but understand that this is not the typical coach. He has too much power, too much control over his own destiny for him to let something like that happen, in my opinion. Now, Mr. Kraft, yes, he can go trade anybody. He owns a team. But you also got somebody that has a say-so what I want to do with myself. Like I said, he's not a player. He doesn't have to coach anymore. Damn it, ain't like, he on the other side of 70 now, ain't he?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Exactly. So, it's not as, I think it's just, people say that stuff for clicks, but that's not going to happen with Bill Belichick. He's not going to be made that type of example of, and I don't think he'll let it happen unless he just wants to coach that bad, which I can't see that, to be honest with you. So, I mean, we can keep talking about it, but it's never going to happen.
Ty, now that Josh McDaniels is out in Vegas, do you think that Kraft would entertain bringing him back again to work with Mac Jones and keeping Mac Jones around next season?
Absolutely. I mean, that's Josh McDaniel, and yes, okay, he hasn't proven to be a great head coach, but no one can talk about him as a coordinator. He seemed to be able to get people on the right track, so I don't see that's out of the question. But, if you're Josh, do you want to come back and do that? Ain't coaches, they got fully guaranteed contracts. I mean, he might want to sit down and go to the beach for something, take a little vacation. He ain't in no rush. He got a guaranteed contract. Am I right, Wiggy?
Yeah, I think he's got, $40 million coming to him? Something crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. So would you rush to go back and be a part of something that's not looking very good? I mean, just because, you're not going to gain nothing by doing it. The only thing you're going to gain is that $40 million sitting on your ass.
Well, do you think, after the season then, if you're New England and it continues to go in this direction, and you saw like success with Josh McDaniels, is he somebody that you think Bill will go after in the offseason, or is it more, I got to ride the train with Billy O'Brien?
No, I mean, that's when you say, okay, who is going to be the quarterback? Who have you had the most success with? Let's just say hypothetically that Mac does something that, you know what, we're going to keep him around. Who does he want to work with? Who does that quarterback want to work with? So I think Josh McDaniels is always on the table when it comes to the New England Patriots because of the history, the success, knowing the system, knowing the culture. So I think that he's always going to have a job opportunity. I don't think another head coaching opportunity is going to come anytime soon unless it's with New England. I still think that, you know what, because of his history, they might give him an opportunity when Bill steps down. I think he was supposed to be the head coach in waiting, you know, when Bill decides to move on. But he's always going to have an opportunity to have a job because he is a damn good offensive coordinator. He just hasn't been able to prove that he's a great leader of men, you know, as a head coach. But he damn sure can coordinate.
This offense under Bill O'Brien, are you surprised by the way in which they have struggled? Did you expect more?
I mean, I expected more considering what they had last year when they had, you know, a rotating coordinators and defensive minds and whatever the hell they was doing back there. I mean that science project, whatever they was trying to do. But you expected more. But I still think that you have to have players. You can't do what we all want to see if you don't have the players. I keep saying that time and time again. You have to get better players, you know, both offensively and defensively. You got to be able to protect Mac. You got to get somebody that can stretch the field. You got to get somebody that can average over 2.5 yards a carry. You know what I mean?
Well,
you got to put the ball downfield every now and again. Come on, man.
The Mac haters, you know, on this show, Wiggy, Scheim, they don't listen. So you can say it as much as you want. It's like when you got Stephon Gilmore on the other day, and he's a guy who was, you know, facing off against Mac Jones this season and is telling you how good he is. He just needs the parts around him. They don't listen. So I don't know. You can keep saying it, but these two aren't going to listen to you.
And Wiggy, you know, as a player, if you give somebody something to work with, you're going to be better. No one's ever said he's going to be, you know, Tom Brady. No one's going to be. No one said he's going to be, you know, all pro. But he can be a serviceable quarterback. He can be a starting quarterback if you get the right pieces around him. I really believe that. Now, is he playing great football now? No, he's stinking up the joint at times. But you see flashes. You say, oh man, if he had some more talent, if he had some more protection, if he had a running game, maybe if he had a better scheme, something. I think he's a serviceable quarterback, and he ain't no worse than Daniel Jones up there in New York. He can damn sure do that. Hell, I know he said, I'll take $160 million.
Believe me, that's what Greg is negotiating right now here with Odyssey. But Ty, I want to get your honest reaction to the story that was sort of unearthed yesterday on the afternoon show. Dan Orlovsky, the ESPN analyst, the former quarterback of the Lions, said that Mac Jones reached out to him to talk about his struggles within the Patriots offense. How do you think Bill Belichick reacts to finding out that his starting quarterback is seeking answers from analysts at ESPN instead of within his own building?
Why reach out? First of all, why reach out to Dan Orlovsky? He's an analyst. Yes, he's a former player, and I think he's great at what he does, and he breaks it down. I think he's a very smart, intelligent analyst. You know what I mean? But why do that? I mean, why? Like, you probably got a whole lot of other people in your Rolodex being a starting quarterback in the NFL. You know, why not call Tom Brady? Yeah. Why not call? Hell, Josh ain't got no job right now. Hey, call Josh.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can call a whole lot of other people than Dan Orlovsky that's going to go out there and just talk about it. No, you know what I mean? We used to call people within I'll call Deion Sanders. I'll call Rod Woodson, Charles Woodson. We talked amongst each other. You know, players that's actively playing. Dan Orlovsky can't do a damn thing right now but talk about it. So, I mean, I would choose somebody else if I was him.
So, Just to be clear, you would call other players. Do you think it is, when it comes to Bill, does Bill consider it to be a massive transgression that Mac Jones is reaching out to somebody who's not in the building?
I mean, you want to keep it in house, but people do it all the time. Like I said, it's even if it's to learn about someone else. That's what we did as DBs. You know, I talked to Charles Champ. I mean, hey, what this receiver doing there? What do you see in that? As long as we ain't playing against each other and we stick together, and I think quarterbacks probably have that type of little fraternity too. I would think. I don't know if y'all had it with the tight ends, Wiggy, but that's what we did. You know what I mean? You can call other people, but to call an analyst that's going on talk about on TV, which he can always throw you under the bus if he wanted to, because he has that type of platform, I think that's the wrong person to call. Maybe somebody that was within the organization before. Maybe another backup quarterback. I don't give a damn who you got. You better off calling Zolak. Shit, I mean, goddamn, at least he was there.
Oh, Zolak would probably
he's good as he's good as Dan Orlovsky. I mean, goddamn, Orlovsky, come on, man.
Right, Zoe was better than Orlovsky.
All right,
Yeah.
time for the most entertaining play of the game, brought to you by Apex Entertainment. Experience the thrills at Apex Entertainment in Marlboro. Shime, you have a suggestion? You want to see if Ty agrees?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the Bourne touchdown that the announcers were going crazy about. That they called Mac Jones throwing a dime, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to find something that's super exciting about it. You know what I was excited about, and the play wasn't worth a damn. Didn't Juju get to the end zone?
Yes, he did. 3-yard touchdown.
Man, that's pretty damn exciting. Juju got in the end zone about damn time. Come on, man.
He didn't. It's
Come
been
on.
a while.
How many touchdowns Juju got?
He didn't remember where he was, but he did. He did.
Got directions.
Yeah, I think that was his
Hey,
first
you know
one
what?
of the year.
See, you know what's a shame? You know, you put it in perspective. You know how hard it is to come up with an interception. I mean, that's hard. But when you're the starting receiver, somebody on your team ain't supposed to have more interceptions than you got touchdowns as a starting receiver.
That's true.
That's terrible. I mean, man, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's bad. Juju, I'm glad he got into the end zone, but man, they just need some help all the way around, man. And I thought that was pretty exciting, you know, just because, you know, you get paid a lot of money to come here and it's supposed to be a difference maker, and you got your first touchdown in week 8.
Ty, thanks for taking the time this morning, and we look forward to seeing you this evening for 24 Lanes at Apex in Marlboro. And
everybody out there. Did we get everything? We sold out? Anything else?
I think there's literally 2 lanes left. So if you want to bowl with Ty, then go to thegreghillfoundation.org and you can join us this evening. There's also spectator tickets available. Apex does an unbelievable job. They throw out Wiggy. You can verify this because you got right into it as soon as you arrived last year. There's a lot of great food there. Food.
I think I missed the mac and cheese, though. I think they throw
It was like a mac and cheese bar.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Gotta dive on that. What time does it start? So I got to make sure I get there early. 6?
I think like 6:30.
5:30.
5:30?
5:30?
All right, perfect.
And the bathrooms are definitely
But guess what? Bring the swear jar, guys. Bring the swear jar because we're going to have some fun.
Okay.
We're going to make some money.
And Ty is I hate paying him a compliment, but because it go right to his head. But he is. There's nobody who is more willing to take pictures, more willing to talk, more willing to sign things. I mean, he's just
the most unassuming Hall of Famer in sports
he
history.
is by far. So if you want to get a spectator
I
ticket,
appreciate that, Greg.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, Greg. It's hard to get a compliment from Greg, but I appreciate that. That's my dog. But guess what? We gonna drink and we gonna swear. We gonna raise some money for the foundation tonight.
All right, we'll see you this evening, Ty. Thank you.
All right, see you there, man. Yep.